Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. A little brief update on our team. We are currently 12-2, ranked number 8 in the country. We've had some good quality wins over 3 or 4 top 20 teams so far this season. Our last home game before the break is December 17th. We hope that you'll come out and support us. The women play at 5 o'clock, and we play after them around 7:15. So we hope that you'll come out and watch that last home game before the holidays. Got a special guest with us here today. I'm going to let him introduce himself, but he's off to a fantastic start as a sophomore point guard. And why don't you go ahead and say hello to our fans, DeMarco?
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm DeMarco Middleton from Augusta, Georgia. I'm a 6'2" point guard at Chipola.
And high school career. I know you had a good high school team, won a state title, maybe 2, right?
Yes, sir. I won 3 actually.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your high school, the name of it, your high school coach, how you did in the state tournament individually, and 2 state titles, huh?
3, coach.
Three.
Sir.
I knew I recruited this guy for a reason. He's a winner, man. Go ahead.
So my guy Jerry Hunter, the head coach at Westside Augusta, we had great freshman year, came a little short in the Elite 8, but bounced back the next year. We made 3 good runs, won 3 state championships in a row, and shout out my guy, Coach Hunter. That's one of my guys, one of the greatest coaches I ever played for.
I love it. Now, your senior year, you win the state title. What was your high game in the state tournament point-wise that year?
We played Columbia in the Final Four in Macon, Georgia, and I think I had 22.
22? How
Yes,
many
sir.
assists?
8.
Did you guard anybody? Did you guard any? Don't lie now. Don't lie to our fans. Did you guard anybody, son?
I tried my best to guard, so that have it up and down, so you know how that goes.
Yeah, well, that's great. 3 state titles. Now, last year, you played your freshman year at a junior college in South Carolina, correct?
Yes, sir.
Decided to make the move here to Chipola in between your freshman and sophomore year. And I always ask guys, and you don't have to lie and say it's because of me, but when you were looking at schools and making your decision of where to transfer to, why Chipola?
I picked Chipola because it's in a great conference, the Panhandle Conference, coming from Region 10. It's a huge difference. You're playing against faster, bigger, stronger guys, more athletic. So I just really wanted to test myself and see how good I can compete with other guys.
Yeah, it is. It's the best league in the country. We talk about it as a team and off the floor when we're just messing and having conversation, but in our conference alone, Northwest Florida is currently 5th, Gulf Coast is 6th, we're 8th, Tallahassee 17th. So you're talking about 4 of our 5 teams are ranked in the top 17 in the country. Pensacola was ranked 20th last week, so they've been in the top 20. I mean, our conference is loaded, and I felt like you would be ready for the jump, having watched film on you and talking to people back in your hometown about what type of competitor you were. And now that you've got to Chipola, give our fans an idea of maybe 1 or 2 of the biggest adjustments from a basketball standpoint you've had to make.
From basketball, the pace is definitely a lot different. Last year it was more slow pace, get into your sets. This year I feel like you got to be a hooper. You got to have guys that can make the right play at the right time. We got athletes all over the court, so that's also a plus. That's just a big difference with the pace, changing pace.
Yeah. Now, what about the practices and the physicality? Any difference for you there?
Yeah, the physicality, I had to gain some weight to get here. So, the more weight I put on, the better, my body will be fit for the physicality. Because the Panhandle, it is tough. Practice going to be tough every day. It's never going to be a fall off. So, you got to get your body in shape, your mind right, all that, so you can be ready to pop.
Yeah. Well, he sounds like a coach. He's made a lot of progress. When he got here, I believe he was 155. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
He's up to 168. So we put 13 pounds of good muscle on him. He's continuing to work at his body as he gets to the Division I level. That's going to be even more important. So he understands the importance of that and has really worked hard in the weight room. So we're proud of that. When I see his mom at games, she said, "Holy cow, he looks like he's a power lifter now compared to what he used to be." So he's made some strides there. Okay, now you get here, you get around your teammates, you start adapting to Mariana, the pace and practices of the way we do things. But what was maybe the biggest surprise? Doesn't have to be basketball related. What was the biggest surprise about being here at Chipola or in the city of Mariana?
At Chipola, it's definitely the fans because, last year we had a small fan base, but I feel like these fans come out and really support. They like to see winners, and I think they really love basketball. They
Yeah.
come out, they support the team, they donate things, things like that. I really feel like we have a strong fan base.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yes,
You know,
sir.
a lot of junior colleges don't have that. I say it all the time. Like, we'll go on the road to play a conference game, and we literally may have more Chipola fans there than the opponent on their home floor. So it really is a tribute to our community, our campus community, the faculty and staff that rally behind our teams, because we're blessed. That's not the case everywhere. So we're fortunate to have the fans that we have, and I'm glad you're cognizant of that. That's good. All right, who's your best friend on the team and why?
I gotta say Saya. Messiah, that's only my little cousin. We from the same city.
Yeah.
Literally my cousin on my dad's side. So, it's my family.
Give me a great story about Messiah. Messiah is a freshman from North Carolina, cousins to DeMarco. Messiah is a very talented young freshman in our program. You'll get a chance to meet him later in the year on our show. But give me a great story on our boy Messiah.
Messiah. So one day we just in conditioning. We trying our hardest. We got to make all the time so we can end the practice and the conditioning. And Saya wants to be the last one running. The last one. He also don't make the time. So coach started getting on him. He started dragging his feet. All I say is, Saya, can you please make the time so we can move on to the next drill? And Saya just, being Saya, don't want to make the time, but it's okay. My guy, he's funny. I like my guy.
You eventually drug him to the finish line, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, he's got a bright future like you, and it's been great that you could be here with him and kind of be a mentor. I know he looks up to you, and so that's good. Sometimes those young guys need a mentor. Sometimes sophomores need a mentor, right?
Yes, sir.
So, all right, I always give our players a chance to ask Coach DT a question. If you got a question, can't be too tricky or complex here. But go ahead, ask something maybe our fans would want to know, DeMarco.
Out of all your jobs, all your coaching jobs, which team, like at any level, did you like the best?
Well, that's a great question because I've had some good teams. When I was an assistant coach for Coach Brady at LSU, I was working with Coach Kermit Davis, who's one of my best friends. We had a team that had Stromile Swift, went to the Sweet 16. Stromile was the second pick in the draft, so that was a fun team to be around. We won the SEC, which was obviously a thrill of a lifetime. Then I'm at Morehead State, and I had some really, really good teams there. Probably Kenneth Farid's senior year when he was a first-round draft pick by the Nuggets. But we made the NCAA tournament, won our league for the second time since he'd been there, and we played Louisville and a guy that I really look up to, and Coach Pitino, and we beat them in the first round of the NCAA tournament, the biggest win in the history of the school, and that was probably a quote-unquote dream come true, and because of that team, I was able to live out a dream, if you will. So it's hard to had some great teams, two really, really good teams at Southern Miss, but probably that team when Kenneth was a senior that beat Louisville in the NCAA tournament would be the one. We had a great point guard, a guy similar to you that was kind of a quiet leader, but really good player, DeMonte Harper, that made the shot to beat Louisville at the buzzer, and so a lot of fun. I'm hoping you can do some of the same things that team did, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we played 14 games. Our next game will put us at exactly the midpoint of our year, 30 games. It'll be game 15. What do you think of our team so far?
I feel like our team is starting to gel, get the concept, and just buy in. The more the team will buy in, the better the team will be, and I'm starting to think the guys are realizing that.
Yeah, and don't you think early, like I talk as a coach about the importance of buy-in and not just the top 8 or not 8 of the top 10, like we need it from everybody. And as you went along, I can guess you can see the importance of every single person, regardless of their role, big or small, of making sure that we're all on the same page and pulling in the same direction. It's important, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I feel like all the guys, 1 through 15, have to be locked in. You never know when you'll get your chance to play. You never know what could happen. Foul trouble, injury, God forbid an injury. Anything could happen, so you always got to be ready to pop.
Yeah, no question. Well, we're getting there. All right. As the show's winding down, tell our fans maybe an individual goal you have for this year, your sophomore season, and a team goal that you have.
One of the team goals I have is I feel like this team can really win the conference and make a deep run in Hutch. So that should be really fun, and I can't wait to experience that. And an individual goal, I'm just trying to get to the next level, hopefully D1. So just got to keep working at it, get better every day.
Yeah, well, if your attitude stays the way it has, you remain coachable, you continue to work in that weight room, this guy's going to be a Division I player. He's, no question about it, going to have some nice options, and I think the goal of having a chance to win the conference and get to Hutch is realistic. Got to keep guys healthy, got to keep them on the same page, and a lot of that comes from our point guard, right?
Yes, sir.
So, all right, last thing I always ask our players, give me the person in your life that's been the most influential. It can be a parent, can be a couple parents, it could be a high school coach, could be a girlfriend, whatever it is or whoever it is. Tell us who that person is and why, DeMarco.
I feel like my mom and my high school coach, Coach Jerry Hunter, because that guy, he kind of took me under his wing. I was a freshman. You know, he had a lot of faith in me. Coming in as a freshman and starting out, it took a big turn on me. I was like, I don't know if I could do this. My coach would always keep me motivated. He was like, you know you can do this. You got the skill. You got the confidence. You just got to become a leader. The more I grew up, I became a leader, got to become more vocal, you know, start talking to my teammates whenever they feeling down, you know, just lift them up. So I would say Coach Jerry Hunter and my mom.
Yeah, and why your mom? We're not
mom.
trying to get you emotional here, but why your mama? Because I've met her, and I think she's a outstanding lady that works her tail off to support her family and take care of you. So tell our fans a little bit about your mom.
Yeah, my mom, she'll go over and beyond for me. I seen her working 2 jobs, you know. She always working hard. She'll never stop working. So I feel like I got to do everything to try to give back to my mom just because of all the stuff she did for me to put me in the position I'm in now. You know, just helped me grow as a kid, and also, you know, her son. Yeah,
that's cool. I've met her and your grandmother a couple different times. Great people. I know how much they love you and care about you, and so that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, Chipola Nation, again, our last home game before the break is December 17th. The women play at 5 o'clock. We play at 7. Then we'll be off for Christmas break. Come back after the holiday, and we'll be in conference play, Panhandle play before you know it. DeMarco's had a great start to his sophomore year. He's on pace to be an all-conference type player, maybe even an all-state type player. We'll see how things unfold, but we're proud to have this guy in our program. He also had a 3.0 GPA, and so there's a lot to be proud of in that regard as well. So doing all the right things, we've got to continue to do the right things as we head into Panhandle Conference play. For those of you that come out to our game Saturday, we'll look forward to seeing you then. And to the rest of our fans in Chipola Nation, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, and hopefully we'll see you at home games once we get into conference play after the first of the year. Go Indians.
Go Indians.